Hello, weirdos. This is
Hi.
another Riot at the Movies thing. And of course, there is the man himself, the
Oh,
Hawaiian pineapple himself, known as Mr. WOC Archive, uh, Morgan White.
the
How's it going,
Hawaiian
Morgan?
pineapple.
Yeah, would
Please
you
don't
work?
ever call me that again.
How would you like some Hawaiian punch? Now, Q
I
cut you.
prefer Kool-Aid. I grew up
Um,
in a Kool-Aid family.
Me too. I never had Hawaiian punch, but
Yeah.
those commercials were funny
Oh,
because as a
no, that's
kid,
true.
it was another cartoon character punching a guy for no reason.
Hey, how about a nice Hawaiian punch? Sure.
I mean, violent sells.
He seemed punchy, I believe his name was, in fact. So I think most of those people should have seen it coming. But he felt like he was the precursor to like just like internet assholes, like post jackass type guys who just say make a joke and then hit you or something.
Maybe that's where they learned it.
Yeah,
That those were the Hawaiian Punch family.
right.
Maybe there was something in the sugar uh, that made them more violent.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, I
I
bet
blame
you
the
that's
sugar.
exactly what it was. Some
Yeah.
scientists they corrupted Hawaiian Punch, and us Kool-Aid fans were okay, even though our mascot crashed through walls at the most inappropriate times.
But he
Did
did the
so
damage
much
to himself.
destruction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he hurt himself more than he hurt the other people.
yeah, but he did so much property damage. Think of
True.
did Kool-Aid pick up the tab for all of the Kool-Aid man's
I,
property damage?
I'm
So I see refreshing and
It
betting
seems
he
like
did.
a really bad idea. The legal team wasn't working hard that day.
Lawyers would come up to Kool-Aid Man and say, "Are you going to pay for this?" And he'd say, "Oh yeah." Oh no, no, actually, I'm not. No, no.
Or they just bust through them.
Floating lawyers everywhere. Do you have a wall of lawyers stopping you from doing what you want to do? Drink Kool-Aid. Oh yeah. I can't tell if it's Kool-Aid or their blood all over me. Speaking of powerful people smashing through walls, it's the
It's the
He-Man
Ultimate
Ultimate
Warrior.
Warrior. He's
It,
slash
it was
He-Man.
He-Man. It
Yeah,
was almost a He-Man dildo. Wow,
yeah.
amazing.
Earlier, before the cameras rolled, well, when the cameras were rolling, but we won't
They were
show
still
that
rolling.
in the private parts of this show. Morgan decided to say when he saw me walk by with this, says, "Is that a He-Man dildo?" And my response to him was, "You're a He-Man dildo." As my response
Always
to him was,
clever. Always
"Yeah, always
clever.
clever." I don't have any money these days. I'm broke as hell, but this was only $5 at the dollar store. These the second wave of these toys are like 4 or 5 waves, maybe even six. But the second wave was kind of meh, so they didn't sell that well. So now they're all at the dollar store, and this is the only one that I wanted out of that wave. So I was like a must have.
All right.
You
His
get to
cape is really nice.
because his head comes
Oh,
off
you
really
can
easily.
decapitate him.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's the only way you can
Just
get
what
his
you
cape
want in
on,
any action figure is to be able to decapitate it instantly.
especially if it's a dead wrestler.
Oh, wow. Did he die by decapitation? Because that would be
Yeah.
perfect. No, that's
He
too bad.
also,
Ultimate death.
in a
That's
way,
pretty
yeah,
good.
isn't it?
Yeah. No, that's really good.
Yeah.
Do you think his last thoughts were of the Popples live action TV show?
I'm taking back the title of Master of Segways. We're here to talk about nonsense. It's right at the movies. We just talk about nonsense and geeky stuff. And yes, that is why we're here. We have teased it since mid-July when I did a video with Peter saying that we were going to watch the full Popples. And then about a week or so ago, we did a video with the Perfect Podcast guys, and we made them watch a little bit of it. So the number one joke in there, and Morgan, I sent you a photo of a fellow. I want you to bring
Oh,
that.
is this the guy? Oh, does this guy fuke? Does he fuke?
He fukes shit up, man. I'll tell you. Yeah. This is
Oh,
Mr. Frederick S. Fucks. No, Fuke.
if I would assume it's Fuchs, but
Yeah.
this guy definitely fucks. I mean, like, look at that. Look at that face.
He's a
That's a
Canadian
face that
American, so he
fucks.
connects
Oh, wow.
to us as being
Ah,
a Canadian
well
who
done,
went
eh?
to America to become a producer. So he got a dual citizenship after that.
Maybe he'd
Um,
be interested in funding the video hoser somehow.
if he's still around, yeah, let's get him on the phone.
Yeah. Let's see if he fucks.
Yeah. Hey Fred, you willing to fuck with us? Like that's what the kids say, right? I fuck with
Yeah.
that. It always sounds
Yeah,
like a
that's what
bad
we all
thing, but
say.
that's
Yeah.
what they say. Um, I believe he might still be alive, but he hasn't, according to his Wikipedia page that was set up for him, he is the same Fred Fucks that Angry Nintendo Nerd makes fun of, and Gilbert Godfrey played him on an episode of Angry Nintendo Nerd.
Oh wow.
But they haven't reached out to each other to talk. But because he's like a small point producer, so he's like the one out of like 50 producers that appear in a movie. So when the Mary Shelley Frankenstein and the Bram Stoker Dracula came out, his name appears in the credits to that. So
Yeah,
therefore
okay.
he appears in the name of the video games. And a lot of like the I believe IGN video games that are based off TV shows, he gets a note in the name. That's what drove Angry Nintendo Nerd crazy. He even has like a thank you in Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So I mean that gives him
I
prime
mean, if
an in for me.
anybody fucks, it's the dude that made Killer Clowns from Outer Space, or was
Yeah.
somehow involved.
It's somehow involved. Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
a show. I mean, it's even better that the two guys who made Killer Clowns from Outer Space are called the Chodo brothers, which I always thought was just the Chodo brothers. But
This guy looks like a Chodo too, you know.
oh, now
I
he's
mean,
never
look
going
at
to come on the show. He's never going to help us.
look at this. Look at him.
Zoom in, yeah.
Let's get right in there.
Oh man! Oh, there's that
Oh
one
boy,
hair. I just want to pluck that one hair out of the middle of his eyebrows.
let's do like a cool, like, oh, let's do like a cool Bond shot here. Here, let's...
do.
Uh,
Never fuke again. So anyway,
okay,
he's the
well, there
humorous
you go.
name of the person that that was one of the producers, along with what's her name from The Shining, Shelley Duvall. Shelley Duvall was
Yes.
doing a lot of kid stuff in the 80s, so she's one of the other producers of the Popples live action movie. It's just the length of a television sitcom. I don't know if it was supposed to be a pilot for a full show or if it was just an excuse to launder some money and put it on TV and fill up some time. There were a lot of weird little kid shows like that from like CBS and NBC back then that people say are like failed pilots, but I think usually if you're a failed pilot, you didn't get on TV. Usually a failed
No,
pilot.
they would still air them. Like they would air them in the summer, usually in like the off season.
Yeah.
Just because they needed to like fill the time. So yeah, that like I have tons and tons of pilots for shows, and there's no commercial breaks in the middle of them either. They must have ran them at like 4 a.m. with no commercial breaks.
It's
Just
probably
to
somewhere
say
just
that they ran
contractual.
once.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. To like justify the cost or some contractual obligation.
Now with the, I guess, digital world and stuff like that, because it seems to be that's
Yeah.
not the case anymore. It seems like there's lots of shows that have like completely lost pilots. They're like, yeah, we went and filmed one thing, we sent it in, and they gave us the finger and sent us out the door.
Yeah.
But of course, in the 80s, when it comes to kids stuff, I don't know. I don't know the Popples cartoon very well, but
And
a
neither
lot
do
of
I.
like, yeah, I've seen episodes, but they were done. They, internet, correct me if I'm wrong. Accept me and my stupidity and excuse me for getting this wrong, but I
Nobody's
feel
gonna
like
check.
it's a Ruby and Spears production. They were done in like 15-minute half-hour blocks with two shorts in
Yeah,
them,
okay.
and like the way the animation was done, the way the credits were done looked a lot like Ruby and Spears stuff. I'm a huge fan of Ruby and Spears, and they were also the guys who were like not afraid to just grab any franchise, and they would, but like Ruby and Spears, like they're the weird guys who said, let's make a cartoon of Rambo. And when they
Yep.
and like I don't remember anyone seeing the Rambo thing when it was new. I just know kids who saw it either on the internet or like when the DVDs came out for it later on. But the only season of Rambo that exists is still like 40 episodes long. When it like it's like the studio didn't know what it was going to be, and they said, "We're
Yeah,
gonna make
right.
a cartoon of Rambo." All right,
Of course.
greenlit at 40 episodes right away.
Yeah, well, because they could churn them out really quickly, so they could just air them at nauseum, and make a
Animation
bunch of
cannot
money.
do that now. It's
No.
well, one because we don't use as much like basically slave labor animators as they used to, but
Yeah.
studios just aren't willing to take that chance because like people would say like He-Man has like the original He-Man has like 100 episodes and it only has 2 seasons, and when people think of that in the logic these days, they're like, that can't be 2 seasons. It has to be like it must have been on for like 7 years. Like, nope, just reruns for those 100 episodes, and a season lasted 2 years. It wasn't like a season didn't just mean it was this year. We just assume that's what that means because it's usually what happens. But back in the 80s, cartoons didn't give a damn. They were just dumping them out for anything.
Yeah, 100%.
When a bad cartoon came out and only got like 3 or 4 episodes, I like the Chuck Norris cartoon only has like 6 episodes. That's got to be something suspect. Where would something go wrong there? Like Chuck must have said, "Oh no, you guys better pay me like $1 million," and they just said, "Fuck it, we're done." No,
Or it was just so bad that they decided to cancel it after
but
6
it could have
episodes.
like I've seen it. It's not great, but on comparison to the, as many Melinda will say, the shat that came out in the 80s, it's not that much worse. Like the Karate Kid cartoon got like 40 episodes, and it's shit.
Oh wow, okay. I wonder why.
Cue the theme song. It has a great theme song. No.
I'm trying to pull up an episode of the Popples because I happen to have one because I want to see if it's a Ruby Spears production.
Oh yeah.
But my network is being slow.
Well, we'll edit in a little flashcard or something, and they'll say, "No, it's not Ruby Spears," or "Yes, it is Ruby Spears."
Okay, fine.
It also had a look of like the Chipmunks. I know on the last episode with of WOC, you had me watch a Chipmunks episode. You
loved it, didn't you?
Distaste, yeah. But as I said, I actually liked the Chipmunks when the Chipettes came into it because it just meant it wasn't just Alvin being a shit. Like that's all the show was before that. But we're here to talk about live action, and we're going to actually get through this. We're going to watch all 30 minutes, even that the last time we watched the first 5 minutes, you said, nope, not doing it. And I appreciate you for being a strong person, Morgan, and hanging out with us and doing all 28 minutes of Popples.
I'll suffer all. Wait, it's 28 minutes?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
Well, it's less. I told you 30, and it's less.
I thought you only said it was another 10 minutes long. I thought it was only 15 minutes. You're gonna make me watch 30 minutes of this?
I never said such a thing.
You know what?
Making up words in your own mind. Why don't you play the little commercial first that I sent you?
First, I'd like to play something else.
Okay. You have something for me to see?
I have something for you to see. Just
so
you know
the people that I stole this from, so I can.
Just so you know, you're a real
dick.
It was not Ruby Spears.
I was Dick. Yeah,
it was Dick.
Yeah, that's about as suiting. It makes sense. There's a great YouTube video out there that has that whole ending, and then as soon as it just goes silent, it has a low man's voice going "Dick," which creeps me out all the time. And I just play it for fun, for the giggles.
For the giggles, you just play the dick for fun.
Yeah.
One of these days, I'm actually going to make you spit up your drink. That's what I'm trying to do. Tommy Trout, that's disgusting. Does he play a song?
Do, 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 do.
Oh, now, boy. We haven't even started the Popples, and we're already off the rails.
Batteries are all corroded. I found 2 of them together out in the street the other day. And we opened up the back of them, and the batteries are both corroded. But I know a interesting, strange dude who like wires and does weird things with like speaking spells and makes them into DJ equipment.
Yeah, okay.
So he's gonna take these and attach them to something else, so he can have like crazy techno. Or we know we're gonna have Tommy Trout doing Sandstorm.
Oh, please.
Things only get weirder here on Ride of the Movie. Oh, stay up, Tommy. God damn it, you're drinking again.
Okay, let's watch this promo.
Yeah. And all its haziness from a really bad
taste. The Popples are coming.
They're coming.
Yes, Popples.
That's dope.
The Popples.
This damage is amazing.
Yeah. This is posted by some Square Stories on YouTube, so props to them. I stole it from you.
Where do you come from? Like that, Mom.
A nightmare world.
Popples, Sunday at 7:30 here on Philly 57.
Sunday at 7:30 p.m.
Yeah,
on
prime time.
Philly 57.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Maybe it was a primetime special. They just aired it as like a primetime special. Well, Isn't that what the live action Rainbow Bright thing was? Was just a primetime special as well?
There might be. I think there's more than one live action Rainbow
think
Bright.
there's
The one I
2 of
know
them.
is a tape that was for the San Diego Zoo,
Oh,
where it's just an
okay.
advertisement for the San Diego Zoo. She goes there and they steal the color off all the animals.
Yes.
And it's really just a big walking advertisement for it. There was a couple of weird crossover tapes that San Diego Zoo did. They were the San Diego Zoo had one of those funny David Letterman guys. I think like one of the like renowned wacky zookeepers. It was a very commercial.
Oh yeah, Jack Hanna.
It's Jack Hanna's. That's his zoo.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, if not him, one of those guys. Like the definitely like or one of Carson's guys would say from the woman he used to have come on was from the San Diego Zoo or something. I don't know. It was because it's that part of the world that like you can't help but try to be Hollywood.
Yeah, of course.
Your zoo trying to be breaking into Hollywood. You're like, but then you realize, oh, California, it has no choice. That's like all it does.
It's just part of the deal. Well, they must supply animals to productions.
Yeah, probably, which is also a weird, tacky, questionable fucking thing too. That your zoo animals are also just held to be trained for that. They're not even like specialty animals. They're just like, well, we got a dying rhino in the back there.
I don't think it's that unsanctioned. I don't want any zookeepers to come after us.
You ask Harambe what he feels about
that. Oh, R.I.P. Harambe.
I saw a meme that said it was I wonder how true the meme is, where it's George W. Bush talking and shaking hands with a small female gorilla and said this was Amy, the mother of Harambe, and it says, so now we need to know, how deep does this go?
That can't be true.
Yeah. Who knows? I don't believe it goes that deep. I'm like, I'm not that crazy.
Yeah. Look, we don't want the FBI coming after us this early in our careers. Okay, come on.
Okay. So
well, maybe we do.
Maybe we do. The federal bullshit inspectors.
Well, there's a lot of that here. Yeah. Right now with Popples. Oh God, they pop.
Yeah. Jim Stone. Brandon Bloom.
44, that's not too bad.
These kids look like they're in so much pain. Hi, I'm Shelley Duvall. This is my. Oh, I got actually some videotapes of Shelley Duvall's like kids story special.
Yeah, bedtime stories.
Yeah, there's one I've got a tape of here where it's Puss in Boots starring Ben Vereen as Puss.
You've done a day's work.
Does he tap dance?
Yeah.
No, Fred.
I would hope so. I want to hear something.
Do you need less water or something?
Don't bother, honey. It'll pass. The doctor says it's just like shaking out a vacuum cleaner bag.
Coffee in the living room, anyone?
Kids, why don't you run up to the
Why
playroom?
specifically in the living room?
Yeah, I want to watch Dad watch the
We don't drink coffee in the dining room.
Big mistake, dumbhead.
Oh, dumbhead. Oh, here we go. Mr. Fox.
Hey, Fred Fox.
And David Grossman.
Oh, yeah. He directed David Grossman.
Do you think a Grossman fucks?
I mean, worse things have happened, right?
But does he fuck fucks? That's the real question.
Are they brothers? Are they lovers?
Oh, maybe they're brothers from another mother's lovers. Yeah, there you go.
Complicated.
That's some like I'm my own grandpa territory.
Yeah. only us could be the people who would choose to talk about this shit during the Popples live action special.
Hey, that's what the people are here for.
My life.
In the words of Cobra Commander.
That's disgusting.
That sounded more like Gollum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was more Gollum-y.
The horse.
Not a whole lot of difference between angry Cobra Commander and Gollum.
The pretty little girl sat under a tree, who had her very own
Or
horse.
Skeletor, for that matter.
Yeah.
She let everyone ride if they were nice to her.
I can't do a
promise to
Skeletor
be
very
with
well.
care.
No, I can't. I don't do Skeletor. I try, but I can't.
Whoops.
I'll get you, He-Man!
Yeah, we all kind of assume that he sort of talks
And
like
your little
that.
dog, too!
Yeah.
And she was
And your little creature, too!
I guess it is the Wicked Witch of the West. Oh, no. I've just been doing the Wicked Witch of the West all these times.
Shut your furry face, beast man!
Wow, that's pretty
the
good.
little girl to school
Sorta,
every
yeah.
day.
Do you want to just watch some He-Man? We can put on some He-Man.
It's probably way
Fuck these
better than that.
Popples. Oh, no. Oh God.
The slightly stripper clarinet playing.
What's going on? It's popping out.
If a giggling fur ball rolled out of a box, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd run. I'd be terrified. Like, whoa, okay, fuck this. I'm out. Ugh. Don't tickle it. That's your first instinct, is to tickle
Nice to
it.
meet you. My name is Party Popple.
Just like the scientists in Prometheus who
So
start
do
touching
you.
things right away.
What's your name?
Oh, let me just get right in there. Oh, my
Oh, the
arm!
other Popples, silly.
I move a slice. I made this creature. I'm gonna fuck it.
Yeah.
I think that
Now, what are they
Popple-
popping out of? Because
Wow.
they come out as balls,
Puffball.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
so they're popping out of something. So
box.
Popple.
that box is what's making the popping sound?
No, that's the sound of them just
Nice
pulling
to
their
meet you.
assholes out from under the
Yeah, but they're balls when that sound happens.
yeah.
Who's that? That's
Just
Potato
wrong.
Chip.
It is just
Where's
wrong.
PC?
Potato chip. What is it?
Yeah, see? Well, I guess no, he kind of popped as he...
That stands for pretty
Unfurled.
cool. He likes to make a big entrance.
Imagine taking your ass cheeks, pulling them under your legs, and
How's that affect on women?
Hey, Ron Jeremy can do
How
it.
did all of you get up here?
Via the box.
I don't think Ron Jeremy can do
But I
much
had
of
lots
anything these
of
days.
toys in there. Well, you see, Bonnie, when you have all your
That man looked
favorite
like he
things
was
together
melting
in
when
one
he was in
place,
prison.
like in a toy box or a closet,
Well, what a life.
And your imagination is cooking.
right? That's important.
I'm still laughing that the pink one is called Party Poppers.
Popples appear. Weird, huh?
There's a certain community out there that
I've
knows the
been up
difference
here
between
lots
Party
of
Poppers
times
and that
before.
pink popple.
And I've never seen any of you.
Yeah, I don't think this one would give you as fun of a high if you ingested it.
Don't go away, okay?
So
I'll be
Poppers
right back.
used for
Well,
loosening your
catch you
asshole
later.
so that you can
Oh.
pull it over your head.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy, indeed. Still making you a shirt that says "Oh boy, 100%."
Look, just because I say things repeatedly, it doesn't mean that you should make fun of me for them.
No, we're celebrating them. That's why you're getting a shirt.
You're celebrating my oh boys.
And you're 100%.
Okay. Well, that's 100% oh boy right there.
Well, we're watching the game.
The game, shut the fuck up, mister.
Oh,
They should have kicked it away and they didn't kick it away. Oh, look at that. Look at that replay.
The daughter in this who looks like
Annie?
Annie. Also
Bonnie, come back here.
looks like a much older person dressed to be a child. But they also remind me of the second sister from the second National Lampoon movie, when all of a sudden the sister was the shorter, fatter
Turtle Billy.
sister.
Oh, yeah, right.
I always love that the kids changed every movie and they never even tried to make them seem like they were the same kids. in any
No,
way.
why would they?
They were all
That's
like
what's so good.
dramatically
They were here
different.
just a minute ago. Who was here? The Popples. The what?
I'm surprised there's not one of the National Lampoon movies still with Chevy Chase, but all of a sudden he has like two sons or two daughters, like for no reason.
Just for no reason? Yeah, right.
little joke.
But which one would be Rusty?
I'm hungry. How about some
this whole
food?
thing's getting
What you
rusty.
got? A cupcake. Neat.
Wait, did
Don't
it
eat
just
it, kid. Don't eat it.
give birth to
Share
a...
it with the rest of the class.
What was that?
Pull the
But
cupcake out of
enough
its
about that, Bonnie.
pouch.
What do you think about me?
There's definitely weed in them.
Very pretty.
Or maybe
So
acid,
does
for that
she.
matter. Look at the colors.
Yeah, acid has to
That
be acid.
matters to whisper
Yeah.
do. In a
These were
crowd
birthed
or
from
party
acid,
of
for sure.
two. If company's present, they'll only resent it. And next
Oh,
time
I think
they'll
it's even
whisper
creepier when you get to
you.
see them walking from a distance. That one
Pretty
shot
good
they
to
did
pull
where they're
it.
actually like
You see the
wire
rock
puppets for a
star.
second.
Ugh.
Sing,
Oh, yeah.
Well, does
fuck?
Springsteen come from
They
Jersey?
kind of walk like
Come on,
the
PC,
Team
sing
America
fast.
puppets.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Totally.
And in most cases, it's just the shitty hand puppets, but they've done a couple of filler shots where they walk like Thunderbirds.
Are you ready to roll?
No.
Then hold on tight.
It's
growing up in
bubble
England,
time.
Thunderbirds was a very accepted, normal thing, and I hate it. I'm never a fan. Oh, musical number.
Oh my goodness. That's not what this thing sounds like when it sings.
No.
Is the understanding here that they've turned this room or the attic into this set? So that
It's like
the
for
people,
kids
like
who
the parents
use it all.
downstairs, should be able to hear this music going on and being like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on up there?
It's the Muppet Baby thing where
Nope.
like, nope, this is turned into a cartoon.
Little animation for...
I feel like a lot of this is just filler stuff they were doing, and they sort of edited it into something. It looks like you would go to like a Popples thing.
like a party.
Yeah. It's like this is like the stage act, and there's kids eating pizza. They're just eating like pizza pops.
This would be the ultimate Much Music video dance party right here.
Yeah. Ultimate.
All Popples, all the time.
Ultimate.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what?
It also feels like when
Popple
the band
magic
in Miami
happens every
Connection
day.
is playing. It's like there's the two guys in Miami Connection who don't actually play guitar. And they're faking it through the live performances.
Right, yeah.
Psycho, the orange and green-haired one.
Ooh.
Psycho Popple.
Oh, look, and then it popped.
Alright. That was great, PC. Time for bed.
Wait, so he performed all of that while they sat and watched?
Yeah, he just created like a hallucination for all of them.
We're
Okay.
coming, Mom. Billy.
Which, like I said, it's like the Muppet Babies. Like they would just
Good
break
night,
into like
potato chip.
full
Good
movie
night,
footage,
Billy.
and then
Sleep tight.
obviously
Don't
that
let the
didn't
bed
happen.
bugs bite.
Yeah, fair.
Good night,
With this
Popples.
like
See you tomorrow.
360
Sweet dreams, Bonnie.
breakdown of with the video quality. When she smiles, you can't see her other teeth. It just looks like she's got two gigantic like beaver teeth
Two buck tooth, she's a
Yeah.
little beaver.
and no other teeth. Because like when her mouth opens, it just digitizes the
I
darkness
say we
away.
tell him later.
Bless.
Good night, all.
Good
Oh,
night,
good
huh?
night.
In bed, potato chip. Sorry.
Don't eat
keep
cookies
it
in
down.
bed,
I'm trying
potato
to catch
chip.
some Z's.
Good night, PC.
Good night. Oh,
The
okay,
Garbage
good. Is
Pail
it
Kids
over?
movie, they all
Oh,
live in a
damn it.
garbage can.
What? Is this not...
Go fish.
Isn't that Garbage Pail Kids?
Yeah, it's like the Garbage Pail
Into
Kids.
the
They all live in a
box.
garbage
Oh,
pail
okay.
can, and the
Oh,
kids
right,
knock
okay.
it over, and it makes them come out.
I don't think I've ever actually seen Garbage Pail Kids.
Love it so much.
Of course you do.
Help! Somebody give me a hand.
It's shit, but I love it.
See what's going on, Putter?
There's a whole film.
That's
They
your
have a
bread and
musical
butter.
number in that too, where they have a whole song that they do in that too, which is totally inappropriate.
Gee, I never thought
Well,
we
let's
had
add
this
it to the
much
Much Music
junk
Video
out there.
dance party
Look at
list.
those.
Yeah, yeah. And
We
when
should
I
do
say
that.
inappropriate, I don't mean it's rude. It's like extremely not rude. It's just really like upbeat, kidsy, positive energy song, which is which in turn makes it inappropriate for the Garbage Pail Kids to do it. Stock music that we had laying around.
Oh no, let's tell him now. The suspense is killing me.
Oh, we should totally put together a dance party with all these musical numbers from these specials.
Absolutely.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Yeah, do that at Eyesore. That'd be awesome.
What's wrong?
Yorkie dance party?
Nothing.
It's just
Yeah.
like
Your mother
awkward
and I
things that
have
no
a
one would have any
surprise for you.
or like for, but
We have
Imagine
Forced
people
to
just
dance
dancing to Popple Magic.
It'd
be so beautiful.
Everyone up to the attic.
I didn't realize just how like cartoon American their house is.
I don't know.
That big picket fence, it's all white and it had a huge American flag in the front door.
It's what everybody's like in
Your mother and I
America.
have been planning this for a
All
long
they're missing
time.
is the
Close your
AR-15s.
eyes. Ta-da!
It's a brand new playroom. Well, what do you think? Where's the Popples? They're gone.
We're now about to see the sponsor of this special,
Oh, honey.
and it's a
It's
sponsor
here.
that you have probably
Children
visited their
often
facility
create attachments
many
to
times.
imaginary friends. Tampering with a child's
Okay.
imaginary reality can be traumatic and may
Well, I like-
cripple them
oh,
emotionally in later
not quite yet.
years.
This is reading a child
We did not scar
psychology
our
book
children
that
for
says,
life by cleaning out the attic.
wait, clear the attic
He
and
called us
destroyed their
unfeeling
brain.
popple robbers.
Well, she was a little upset.
Oh, little. Neither of them touched their dinner.
Well, I don't
Oh,
get
so
it.
sad.
Those kids have been hinting around for a television of their own for months now. They finally give them one, and all heck breaks loose over sending a cardboard box full of imaginary fur balls to Goodwill.
Oh, I know. We gotta make it up to them somehow.
Got any ideas?
The fact that they would directly name drop Goodwill as opposed to saying
Let's
like
give them
a
the day.
thrift shop,
Do whatever they want.
and
Go
then
to the
we're
zoo.
just gonna get like a big shot
Sounds
of
good to me.
Goodwill for no reason. at
Boy,
all.
I'm beat.
Imagine Goodwill wanting to
Big
sponsor a
meanie sure takes a
television
lot out of
show.
a guy.
You find your popples at a thrift store.
Well, we do now.
Good night, honey.
Good night.
They came back in like the early 2000s at one point for
Really?
short spell. Yeah, like every 80s story during the early 2000s. They're like, okay, now it's a generation of kids who don't know what it is, so let's make cheaper versions of them.
Okay.
And we get new Care Bear toys like every 5 years, and they get like flatter and simpler and more visible stitches on them than ever.
See the price of gold.
If we were to
Weatherman says
take
it's going to be nice this afternoon.
like
Who
a
wants
Care
to go
Bear
to the
toy
zoo?
from the last 20 years compared to an early 80s one, the early 80s one looks like it should have cost like $1,000.
Yeah, right.
Solid, it's all shaped properly.
It's like super well
Friday the
made.
trash anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everything was
Gave
better
all
made
toys
back
to
then.
Goodwill, that's all.
Except for like the weird little action figures. It's funny because they look cool, but they were so like breakable. Like old He-Man, you had him for a couple of years, his legs would fall off because that
Okay,
rubber
everybody,
band in the
time
center
out.
of
I
it
didn't know the
would
box
just
was
rot.
so special.
Yeah,
Mother
right.
And I were just trying to be
Or the same
nice.
thing with G.I.
Now,
Joe's.
look, today
Yeah.
belongs to you and Billy. You
Until they
name it,
realized, oh,
we'll
we can
do
make
it.
a metal or a harder plastic
Goodwill.
joint
Yeah,
for
let's
them.
buy the Popples before it's too late.
And they just keep saying,
Ricky says sometimes Goodwill scrunches all its boxes for the city dump. No, Dad, we gotta go right away.
Bonnie, do
How
you
do
have
they
any
just keep
idea how
saying
many
Goodwill?
Goodwills there are in this city?
Honey, we don't even know which one got our boxes.
Then we'll go to all
the
of
weirdest
them.
thing,
He
they're like,
said we
this is
could do
not an
anything we
advertisement for the
wanted to,
Popples.
right?
This is an advertisement for Goodwill.
Right.
You get any good taste
Okay,
from Goodwill
but
recently?
nobody goes anywhere without finishing their
Actually,
breakfast.
there are almost no Goodwills.
Ricky
There's
says
none in the
sometimes
city.
the Goodwill just
I guess there
scrunches
isn't anymore. There's Valley
Yeah.
Villages that we've got here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just Valley Villages.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know the last time I did see one. I kind of always blurred them together, and then at Big on Blur last week, I got a very weird Pink Panther and Silence toy from the Salvation Army, because the Salvation Army put a little
was
stand of
that,
toys in front of the
I don't know.
Oh, right,
but
okay.
It sounds
for
like
the
it
street
hurts.
festival.
Cool.
It was this like massive punk rock Pink Panther character, and as a joke, I was like, "Oh man, how much does this cost?" And the guy walking the stand goes, "Oh no, it doesn't have a sticker. I don't know, $5." I'm like, "Okay." It's like half the size of me. I listed
Awesome.
at iStore. You'll see it the next time you're there.
All right.
Are we there yet, Dad?
He was the bully from Pink Panther and Sons. So the toy was made in 1984. It was in perfect condition.
As
Like,
old as
that
I
was
am.
set after that. Yeah.
Look at that logo.
4 down, 5 more to go.
Goodwill
sure
wouldn't
hope we
share them with
find
each
them,
other. If you
Bonnie.
donated it to a Goodwill, it would be at that Goodwill. You don't have to like go looking around.
Yeah,
Maybe
right.
Goodwill had trucks and things got stuff from you back then.
Yeah, maybe. Lots of depots.
Yeah, maybe. It was-
Aren't there like the Goodwill depots in the States, which are just like buckets that you can go through?
Wait,
Yeah, I remember that. And I get probably the 80s was a bigger thing. For being like a secondhand and like supposedly non-profit thing, it must have made some real money. Because it had large, huge facilities and was doing advertisements. It was sponsoring shit like
Yeah.
this. And I mean, it's a dark
It's
thing to
almost
say, but
6.
it's a fucking true thing to say.
Well,
that
we gave it our
non-profit
best
companies are
shot.
some of the worst
Yeah, that
rip-offs.
double
There's
trouble
much
I
money.
had for lunch is rearing its ugly
Goodwill's
Going
head.
around
terrible,
burning
man.
things.
Or
Yeah.
Value Village is terrible. It's supposed to be a good place or whatever, but it charges $2 a fucking tape now.
Well, and then all the weird religious stuff with Salvation Army, the stuff that they give their money to.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, they can find the right spot.
Well, looks like we're too late.
Well then, time for a caper. We're gonna have to break in.
lady, let me in.
Yeah.
Please let me in.
course.
Get the fuck away, kid.
Bonnie, get back in the car. They're closed.
Huh. Jeez, you let your kids run rampant. What a terrible father.
She's just freaking out.
Come on,
That's
He's
the
just
sample I want to use.
freaking out.
It's okay. She's just
What do you say
freaking
we
out.
get some ice cream on the way home?
Oh god, that'll
Back
make her
another
feel
time?
better.
It's them! Billy, look! It's the Popples! Hurry up, lady, please listen! Please listen!
Brings out a gun. Get the fuck away from the door!
It's after 6 o'clock. But you should be careful.
You should be careful.
It's them! Don't worry, guys. We're coming.
Oh, they sound terrifying. Squealing and squeaking in there.
All the balloons. And they've just killed that old woman.
Yeah, did that old lady just die of a heart attack? Oh, rub that belly.
Popples, you give off so much endorphins. Oh, we feel so good now.
I told you they were real.
Oh, that's nice. He's the doctor one.
Right. He's cross-eyed though.
Where do you
He doesn't perform surgeries, but he can do basic medical procedures.
Where do you come from?
Lighten up, Mom. It's magic.
Magic in a
They
goodwill.
come-
You see, Dad, a little love, a little imagination, and pop! You've got Popples!
I think I get it.
Well, what do you
You
think,
do? Oh,
Casey?
okay, that makes
Can we
sense
keep
then.
I only think I get it.
Yeah, Mom and Dad, can they keep us?
What do they eat?
Popple chow?
Apple jam.
What voice is that? Some voice in the back is like, oh,
Whoa!
First celebration!
Oh no, not this again. Oh. Yeah, we should totally do a video dance party for all of these things.
it's just this on loop.
Okay, everybody in the chat, thumbs up if that's what you want us to do. We'll do it at Iceland.
An all dance party of weird.
All Popples dance party.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
It's
okay.
not all, but just like stuff like this. But this will appear in it more than once.
Oh, well,
Like-
definitely.
Like the special.
Oh,
That's
good,
it.
it's over. All right, love it.
I like how they alluded to those like dying grandparents, but we don't see them again. I think they died.
They popped, yeah, they popped in front of them and gave them heart attacks as well.
Production manager Melissa Moore, that stars of things like Sorority House Massacre 2. Oh, the
Probably
Chodo
not the same
Brothers!
person.
The puppets are made by the Chodo Brothers! It all connects to the concept.
There you go. It all connects. It's a beautiful day. That's the Popple magic right there, Adam.
Wonderful.
The true Popple magic.
I'm very excited by that. That makes me very happy. I mean, I've been known to just pop
Platypus Productions.
1986, those characters from Cleveland.
That was awful. Thank you for showing that to me, Adam. I'm so happy that you made me suffer that complete and utter garbage.
Popple magic.
Yeah, that's what we should program this
Day
thing to sing. Is Popple magic.
Yeah.
You can paint him a little bit, make him look a little popular, more poppily. Oh, he doesn't want to do that. He's committed suicide.
Yeah.
It's death. It's
The
not
first fish
poppling.
to ever drown itself. Bye, Tommy Trout.
Yeah, I'd say it was nice knowing him, but it wasn't.
No.
No.
We'll have many more shit like this to play. Hopefully, there's a musical number in the volume 2 of Easy Bake Oven. We'll do that. We'll bring Robert back for that one very soon. Morgan's going to be busy in the next couple of weeks, so we may be a little behind, but if not, we'll be back at it doing more weird shit very, very soon.
We do have more.
Yeah, so look out for episode 2 of our monthly show of Video Hosers coming in the near future. And you want to do American Gladiators for WOC?
I think I'm going to do American Gladiators, or there's a roller derby show that only aired for one season in 1989 that I could also do.
Is it like in 89? I would imagine a roller derby show being really character based, being like Glow.
It is.
It's
it's got skits. It's got a performance by Debbie Harry in it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's big. Roller derby something.
I'm gonna say I want to see that, because I mean there is a full like American Gladiators channel. You can watch any episode of that anytime you want. There was that recent documentary that just happened. Netflix had one last month of them. I thought that's why you wanted to do it, because the talk of the documentary that came out. What was it that you wanted to play from Gladiators? You just found a tape with like an episode?
Yeah, just like American Gladiators. I thought it would be fun. Yeah. I also have a Joan Rivers American Gladiators talk show special, which I could still show. Yeah, along with the other thing. Anyway, we'll see.
Add the chunks in them. I'm going to give my vote for the roller derby one just because I want to see it. But I mean, WC is your show. The point of that show is where we talk a little bit at the beginning, and then Morgan plays a tape that he has got. We watch the tape in full. We do not riff over that part. You can only see it live on Twitch for that part, but you get to see all the original commercials, the original stingers, the original channel announcements, so you know what was going on in the world when it originally aired.
All the good stuff.
Yeah. Other than that, Video Hosers is our potpourri of nonsense. We get just all the stuff we want to show off to each other, just do our thing. Here on Ride of the Movies, we watch bad stuff together. We watch bad movies, bad kids movies, bad in general, try to watch bad movies. And then we'll get around to me pushing more of the weird stuff we're doing with Terrible Fest. August 25th is the ISOR local artist showcase. We got a couple of young artists showing their weird short films that they sent to Terrible Fest that I had originally said it doesn't fit in with Terrible Fest. But when I realized they were local, I was like, hey, why don't you guys just come and hang out and watch it? And everyone else is invited too. Free show, some interesting stuff. There is one epic, one of the ones that I don't want it to affect the young artists in there. There's one guy who's been a digital artist for a while, and he's going to come and show his short that I refer to in only 8 minutes. You get the best of WALL-E, all the heart tugging moments from the movie WALL-E, with a universe that looks like Fantastic Planet.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, it's
me
incredible. Up. I'll be telling people more about that as it gets up to it. So that's the hype train for that. That's on the 25th, only at ISOR Cinema. And yeah, we'll be doing some other weird stuff before you know it.
You know it.
Until then, everybody.
Nope, can't do it. I feel like you're going to use this against me now that I've done that. So you know what? Goodbye.